If you want, you can draw the diagram also. Okay, so see here, guys. So this is okay, somebody. Please, can you please mute yourself, guys? Okay, see, this is going to be menu items. Menu items is nothing but links. Okay, each link is associated with router link. Okay, each link is associated with one router link. So I'm going to take it as a router link. So each link, this is a link. Okay, maybe like in green color, we can take link. This link or button or any component. This link or component. Okay, this is outer link, router link. So it is associated with one. Okay, router link. Okay, this is going to be something like router link. Okay, this is associated with router link. This is associated with router links. Okay, router link 1, router link 2, router link 3. Okay, then this is going to be something like placeholder. Okay, where the display has to happen when okay, router link. Okay, when user clicks on this link, then router link is going to be activated. Then router link will okay, check with the mapping. Okay, in the mapping, what it contains for router link. Okay, for every router link, one component will be available. Okay, for every router link, see here, guys. Okay, this is 2, this is 3 and 4 router link. Okay, router link 4 have every component we have. So this is going to be the component 1, component 2, component 3, and component 4. When user clicks on this one, whatever, yeah, if user clicks on router link 1, then okay, this component is going to get displayed here. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, this can be called as mapping information, and this can be called as okay, menu items or links. This can be called as router links, and this can be called as a router outlet. Okay, meaning that placeholder. Okay, guys, this can be called as placeholder. Okay. Okay, so let us okay, maybe let me post it somewhere in, it will be safe. Okay, so that I can share this. Okay, later. Okay, now see here, guys. So this is something like what okay, that is what we have discussed. Now I want to make it okay, so programmatically I would like to show you programmatically. Okay, to do so we can take any new project. Okay, let us take new project. Ng new. Okay, okay, don't know. Okay, so cd, yeah, dar. Okay, new, ng new sample type. So it is going to take some time. This is very important. Okay, whenever you see here, it is asking you, okay, whether you like to add angular routing. Yes. Okay, in previous examples, even though you have taken yes or no, no problem, but now definitely we need to take yes. Okay, take yes. Okay, and then css. Okay, click on this. But this, the first yes is very important when you are creating new project. Okay, because it is going to add router related stuff. Okay, router related stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay, now this information we came to know that, right? I just want to review the old concept today. Some information I want to review. Let us say we have used ng if. Okay, we have used what? Ng. Okay, ng for. Okay, ng for, and okay, maybe like switch. We have used switch case, and then okay, we have used interpolation concept, and then we have used binding concept. We have used okay. So what is this, guys? This is property binding. See here, guys, we have used all these things, right? Okay, actually for this, for all these things where they have coded means in the common module, you may use common module. Okay, common, okay, module, something like this. Okay, so all these things has coded in the common module. Okay, that's why whenever you open your code, and then whenever you go to any project I'm talking about, if you go to app module, okay, if you go to app module, okay, by default, okay, by default, you can see here, guys, you can see here, guys, by default, see, by default we can see one module. By default, see here guys, something like browser module will be there. Okay, this is a browser module is compulsory. Okay, whether you have a app routing module or something like, in the browser module, inside the browser module, common module also will be available. Okay, so that all these why automatically browser module is going to get imported. So because of this, we are importing. Yesterday we have discussed, right? If you want to use something in another module, if you want to use something in another module, you have to import it. So that's why by default in the app module also there is, we are importing browser module. This is compulsory. Even if you create new project, there also we can observe that browser module will be available. By default it will be there, because to work with ng, to work with the ng class, to work with all this property binding, all these things within the browser module, those things were available. Of course browser modules includes internally, okay, common modules also. So that what happens here means, okay, if you import these things, you can use regular activities. Okay, so whenever you create this project, automatically this browser module will be there. Okay, so meaning that the the thing that if you want to use all these things, we are using what, common module or browser module. Let us say browser module. Yeah, browser module includes common module as well as, okay, browser related stuff like compatibility for every browser. Okay, that kind of stuff will be available in the browser module. If this browser module is not importing in our app module, we cannot use this one. Okay, all right guys. Okay, now I'm going to tell you more details about browser module and common module latter part of the course. But now, why I'm telling this information means, now, okay, today I want to use a router link attribute kind of thing, and then I want to use, okay, a outlet router outlet. Okay, so router object, I want to use something like router object. I want to use all these things. If I am using all these things, okay, then, okay, so if we want to use all these things are placed, okay, these, okay, things are, okay, so these things are coded, okay, in router module. Okay, these things are coded in router module. So if I want to use these things, what I need to do, guys, yesterday's concept only. This is also revision, yesterday's concept, guys. Okay, so, okay, this is a, remember that what we have yesterday, we want to use some components from other module. What we have done, we are importing the same thing. Today if I want to use these things, okay, I have to import router module. Router module is predefined. You are not creating router module, okay, anything. You are not creating any router modules also. Okay, you are not creating any router modules. Okay, you are not creating any router modules. But what we are doing is, we are, if you see here guys, we are, okay, something like this router module is already available. Router module is already available. Okay, okay, so when it is available, okay, when it is available already, we are importing, that's it. Okay, whenever you import it, you can use these things inside the router module. Whatever things they have provided, they have already exported. You don't need to export those things. Why? Because they have already created router module. Inside the router module, all these things got exported, so that we can use these things in our project if you import it in your module. Okay, that's why. So before going to, okay, so before going to tell something about okay, router link and router outlet, router object, okay, router array object, something like that. So we have to import the router, okay, module. Okay, we are using router module, which is already predefined. Inside the router module, we have to use this kind of components. To use these components, we have to import it. The same thing yesterday's concept. This is the revision of yesterday's concept only. Okay, because, okay, let us go to here again. Let us go to here in our okay, yeah, check it out. Yes, the project has created. The project is cd sample 10. Okay, so ng serve, and then I'm going to import that project. Okay, let us open folder. Let us go to open folder and then select the sample 10. and then select this one. Okay, if you go to here, by default the application has created, right? By default app routing module is also available. Here we are going to provide mapping information. Okay, see here guys, one, yeah, we have selected yes to create root module. While creating project we have selected yes, right? The first yes is related to routings, and because of that this, okay, file is going to get created. Okay, this file is going to get created. Yeah, let us look at it guys. So this is what app routing module it has created by default. Here in this particular place we are going to provide, okay, mapping information. What is mapping information, right? We have discussed, right? I'm going to tell you, okay, while writing the code again. Okay, now come to here, this is the file it has created, and then we need to observe one more thing, app module. If you go to the app module, see here guys, so this app routing module got imported. So yes, yeah, by default it got imported. Why? Because we have selected yes while creating the project to create routings. So that's why it got imported. So that as it has imported in this module, we can use app routings related, okay, app routings related components and all. What are the app routing module related components? Means router link, router outlet, router module, all these things. Even we can say router module. Okay, so all these classes has provided inside the, okay, routing, okay, routing related module, okay, routing related module. Okay, yeah, so go back to the code. Okay, let us go to the code. So here is the, okay, so that is the observation we have done. We did not write any code until now. Just I told you, like by default the app module got inputted, and then if I go to app component, okay, not can, okay, let us go to, where is it, app routing information, right? This is a routing information. I will come to here guys. Just two things you need to observe. One is app routing module, and then in the app module what it is there. Okay, we have, yeah, what it is there guys in the, uh, we were importing app module. Okay, the two things that we need to observe until now. Just we did not write any code now. So first of all I want to create components. Okay, let us create one or two components. Okay, so okay, let us create one or two components, and then, okay, so I will tell you what should happen now. First the step is what is the step I want to do? Create, let us say, three components. Create three components. Create three components. Okay, this is what we need to understand. The first thing, create three components. All right, okay, to create the three components. Okay, let us go to the, okay, command prompt, and then go to the terminal here. Okay, so you can open the terminal. This is nothing but, okay, this is a right place to create the components. How to create the component, you know that. What is that? Ng. Okay, so let me ng generate. Okay, see what is this? Ng generate component comp1. Remember that what are the different components I am creating? Ng generate component. So I am not specifying any folder for this component. By default it is going to create in the app component, app module. This component is going to create inside the app module only. So in the initial example I am going to take only one module, app module, that is root module. I'm not going to create any other modules. I'm going to create only components. Okay, see here guys, ng generate comp1. Maybe it is saying something. Let it be yes. Yeah. So the same way I want to create comp2. See here guys, I'm creating the component 2. Next I'm creating the component 3. So 3 components I have created. See here guys, 3 components I have created. The first step. Now provide the mapping information. Mapping info. We need, one second. Okay, to answer your question, where we have to accept means here, whenever you creating is, Would you like to add Angular routing? Yes, here you have to say yes. Why? See here, guys. And then second is CSS. That's your just enter like this. The first is yes is related to okay module. The first step that you need to do. Okay, when while creating project. Okay, while creating even note it down this part also. Okay, okay. So while creating the project, okay, enter yes for creating Angular routing. Okay, for creating routing. So maybe like first step and the creator. Okay, see what this create three components. Now we have created three components now. Okay, now what is that information now? Mapping information. Now what is this, guys? This is something like mapping information. What is mapping information? Okay, I will tell you that. Okay, I will tell you what is mapping information. The next thing what I'm providing, mapping information. Okay, let us go to the mapping information. Okay, so I will go to, I'll go to, yeah, I have to go to the mapping information where I have, yeah, I have created three components. And okay, even before going to mapping information, just open the module. Okay, just confirm. You can see three extra components got declared in the app module. That's fine. This got declared in the app module. That's fine. Okay, close. Just for checking purpose, I came here and then I have checked it. And then go back to your okay app routing module. Here I want to provide some mapping information. You need to do nothing. Okay, here you have to provide only mapping. See here, guys, to provide mappings. What is this? This is something like routes. This is a routes class. Here inside the routes class, this is the array, right? You have to provide routings. Routing means mapping. Mapping means for which, okay, for which path. Okay, for which path we have to call which, okay, component. That information you need to pass. Okay, let us look at it, guys. What is the okay information I have to pass? Just provide a JSON. One JSON is one route. Okay, you need to provide multiple routes. Okay, multiple mappings, multiple route. Yeah, so first path you can provide the path. So this path is first is admin path. Okay, maybe like admin path, select like this admin path. And then okay, when admin path comes, when admin, this can be called as routelet information. Okay, this can be called as path. Okay, this can be called as path. Okay, and then what you can do, guys, path. And then which component you need to call? Okay, I want to call, okay, otherwise yeah, instead of admin path, comp1 path, because components names are something like this. Yeah, let us take in this example comp1 path. So what is a component? I need to provide component. Which component? Component1. Okay, select provide. If I want to use it, if I select like this, automatically this editor is going to import it. Otherwise you have to import it. So this component1 we have created, right? Yeah, of course we did not write any code inside the component1. I did not write any code inside the component1. This is one route, this is one path. Okay, this is part of the mapping, one information we have provided. Yeah, see here, guys, this is the information. Now the thing is next, I need to provide next information, path. Okay, so next one, comp2 path. If comp2 path is available, component colon comp2 component. Okay, comp3 path. Here comp3 component. Okay, this is comp1 path, comp2 path, comp3 path. Comp1 path, comp2 path, comp3 path. See here, guys, we have provided three JSONs. Each JSON is one routing information. Each after each JSON I have provided semicolon. This is normal. Okay, whenever you are creating array of JSONs, this is common providing this one. Inside this JSON path I have provided, and then component I have provided. Here guys, component class directly I have provided. To provide component one class, you have to import it. Of course, Eclipse, this editor is going to help you importing automatically. Yes, the mapping information is done. Okay, this is a mapping information is done. Okay, so these three steps we are while creating project we have selected yes, and then so what happened? What we done? We have created three components. Okay, and then mapping information we have provided, right? Mapping information we have provided. The next thing is, okay, next thing is what? If you observe carefully, what is the next thing means? I need to provide, okay, links, okay, along with router outlets, router links, router links, okay, along with router links and path. Okay, path. Okay, path is nothing but what? This is a path. See here guys, this is the path. Okay, this path. Okay, right. Just look at it, guys. I will show you the fourth step so that you people can understand what's going on here. Let me go to app component. I want to go to app component. I want to go to app component. Here in the app component.html, here in the app component HTML, yeah, what you can do is I want to provide links. Okay, anchor tags.
Even.
Okay, link one. I want to provide a link one. See here, guys, this is something like how many links I need to provide? I need to provide three links. Okay, three links. Link one, link two, link three, something like this. Now, what I want to do is whenever I click on, whenever I click on this one, see here, guys. Okay, if I take any link, the link should not go to the outside of the application. Actually, by default nature of anchor tag is going to different page, But I don't want to go to the different page, or I don't want to go to the different application. I don't want to go to the different URL. Rather, I need to provide a simple okay solution saying that if anyone clicks on here, it should not go to the other pages. It should not go to the other URLs. For that, what you need to do is you can say href you can say maybe like, okay, you can provide hash. Whenever you provide href equal to hash, then it doesn't go to anywhere. Okay, that doesn't goes to anywhere. That is the thing you have to observe here clearly. Okay, so whenever you are taking, not only for this purpose, okay, when we are using routing, I'm telling like this, right? I think we have already taken one another example. We have done it where we have provided href equal to hash. This is very common notation even in the HTML. In wherever you are HTML, that may be Spring MVC, or that may be PHP, or that may be ASP, that may be your Python related HTML code. Wherever you are taking, okay, the default behavior of this anchor tag is if anybody clicks on this, it goes to other pages, it goes to other web applications, it goes to other URLs. But we really don't want to go to any other pages, other web applications or so. Okay, so to tell this anchor tag, don't go anywhere. Okay, don't go anywhere. But where it has to go to, it has to rise. Okay, see here, guys, what I'm going to take. We have to provide router link. See here, guys, what is this router link? Okay, router link is this is related to, this router link is related to Angular. Remember that this router link is related to Angular. Okay, this in Angular, in which component, in which module, sorry, in which module this router link is available means, okay, router module. Okay, so as we are using router link from the router module, we have to import router module into app module. App module is our current module. Okay, if you don't import, okay, router module, okay, inside in your okay app module, you cannot use router link or router outlet, such kind of things which are declared in the router module. Remember this. Okay, now this router module, of course, in our case, whenever the first step, okay, in our case, what happened, this is the first step we have done, right? If you select yes, automatically it is going to import it automatically. Okay, it is going to provide a router related stuff. Okay, so if you are not saying yes, then you have to create a, you have to provide your, okay, this kind of stuff manually, you need to do it. Okay, you are not selecting yes in the first step, then you need to do all these steps manually. Okay, so of course we have selected yes, and then router module related information is provided. Router module has also imported into the app module so that you can use this router link directly. Okay, within router link we have to tell. Okay, so we have to provide, router link is a, see here guys, you need to provide a path. Okay, so it's a path, router link, this is something like what, router link. So meaning that if anybody clicks on this router link or this anchor tag, this router link has to go to in which path, that is a path. Okay, we have three paths. Okay, go to app routing modules, we have three paths we have created. As part of mapping information, I have created three parts: component 1 path, component 2 path, component 3 path. Go to router link. This is a link, the first link. Here in the link, I want to provide, okay, so comp1 path. Okay, remember that this has to get matched with the mapping path. Okay, this is, yeah, P is capital, right? I have to follow the exact thing. But here I have provided normal path. See here, comp1 path, and then, so make sure, okay, just it is a separator. Okay, separator guys, don't think so this is pipe something it is going to happen. This is a, normal HTML, or just provide like this, just separated in the link, it is going to separate it, it will be displayed separately. That's why I just provided. Or you want to provide something else, you can provide something else. It has no significance in operations, but it is for displaying purpose, it will be displayed, okay, separately. That's it. Okay, coming to here in the second okay, second anchor tag. So here also I would like to tell like href equal to ash, and then whenever you click on this one, where it has to go to, which path. Okay, so something like router link. Okay, see here guys, router link, it has to go to comp2 path. Okay, this is also the path from the configuration, mapping configuration. Okay, mapping configuration, and then I just want to provide some separator, okay, for display. And coming to the third anchor tag, here in the anchor tag, coming to here href and say ash, and then router link equal to, so what I can do is guys, comp3 path, you can say comp3 path. See, now this is a router link. Remember this is not related to HTML, this is related to Angular. Okay, so this router link is related to Angular. To use this Angular router link, okay, so it has to be, router modules should be imported. Of course, in our case, it is going to get imported automatically. Okay, coming to here, router link, and you are providing path. These three paths already configured in the mapping information in the previous step itself. Okay, now let us move to the next step. Okay, what is the next step? Yeah, see here guys, the next step is very simple. You don't need to do anything, just you need to provide, okay, placeholder. Okay, see that is nothing but placeholder. So placeholder means if anybody selected one of the component, the selected component needs to be displayed somewhere, right? The somewhere to, okay, to indicate somewhere, okay, to specify somewhere, okay, in the screen, okay, that can be called as placeholder. That placeholder will be okay, provided using a router outlet. Okay, so okay, I'm going to, okay, first I'm going to write the steps, later I'm going to provide instructions. Coding instructions also going to be provided inside these steps also. Now just provided placeholder, right? Coming to the placeholder, here I really want to provide placeholder router outlet. See here guys, just router outlet. So very plain. Okay, after the links, router outlet I have provided, so that wherever I have provided router outlet, the selected component is going to get displayed. All right guys. Okay, now once after providing all the steps, let us go to the UI part. Okay, let us go to the UI part. Later, once after discussing this UI part, Okay, so sorry, one second, give me a second, because yeah, I just hit the command ng sir. Okay, let us wait for server up and running. Okay, let us, okay, check the output. Yeah, see here guys, this is a separator, just a separator. We have three links, right? Yeah, click one. Yeah, see here guys, what happens, comp1 works here. Okay, if you observe carefully, comp1 here, comp1 came up here, comp1 is came up here. And then if I click on simple, see here guys, if I click on link 2, and you can see what component 2 works. If I click on link 3, component 3 is going to get work. Yeah, see here guys, if I click on link 1, you can observe one more thing, that this is a router outlet path. Okay, this is a router outlet path. Okay, this is a router outlet path common. If I click on link 2, again you can see, okay, comp2 path, comp2 path, you can come here. If I click on link 3, again you can see even comp3, okay, comp3 path, and then comp3 related information got printed over here. Okay, got it guys? These are the three things we can see. These are the three links we can see here, link 1, link 2, link 3. Okay, we can see this information. Okay, multiple links will be provided. Okay, you can provide the things guys. Okay, of course, we are displaying only this part. Actually, we are going to display in the next example, we are going to use bootstrap and then other things, and then okay, we are going to use the same concepts. Okay, uh, we'll be working a lot guys. Okay, just remember this is very simple example. Okay, just to understand the routing, okay, we need to do this kind of examples. Okay, before wrapping